Okay, this next one is going to be an RFI process. So you can see we have an email here from Bill Lay with Guy Yocom Construction, and we're going to basically put this in our RFI. So we'll open up the RFIs, and we're going to make this number 4, and we'll put this as general rebar questions. Now, in this particular RFI, they have about 12 RFIs included. But me and Sam discussed, and we feel like we're just going to include it as one big RFI that should be able to speed up time-wise and less paperwork, which we're all about. So I'm just going to grab the last RFI that we have, and I'm going to paste it in there, and I'm going to rename it to general rebar questions. And we're going to open both of these up.
And that was the one that says 999 templates. That Word document.
I just grabbed it from the last
that's fine,
one.
I have it
But
open
yeah,
too,
it could be templates too.
No, it's fine, I have it open.
I just grabbed it from like
That's fine.
the last
Been
one.
around for a while.
4, and the subject is going to be the subject is general rebar questions, and we're going to change submitted by to Samantha Scheinberg Davis Reed, and the date submitted is 1/7/16, and the response date again we'll just make 7 days, so we'll make it 1/14/16. Technically we should read the contract to see what the official contracted response time is, but I talked to John over there at WATG, and he was pretty good with just keeping it at 7 days. He's been pretty cool about that. So we're going to this particular RFI is pretty simple because we're just going to write, please see attached Guy Yocom Construction General Rebar Questions RFI. There are suggested response. We're not going to put any suggested response. We'll let them do it. But sometimes if we have a solution, we'll put it there. And then answer, they can type in their answer or just attach a supplement to it. And then we want to look and see if there's any cost or schedule impacts. Let's just give a quick view and see if there is anything. We want to re-vet these, make sure there's none that we can't answer ourselves. These are okay.
Is it acceptable to ask the contractor if there is a cost or schedule impact?
Yes, in fact, we should encourage that from the contractor. Please confirm it's acceptable. I don't see any that are blatant cost increases or decreases.
Mm-hmm.
So, just going through and checking, and doesn't look like there's any. Looks like it's just general clarifications and just different things they're looking for here. So, doesn't look like there's any cost implications, and in fact, but in the future, just make sure when you talk to the subs about it that you're making sure if there is any. So we'll put we'll just leave it like that, and then we'll save it, and we'll close it up, and then we're going to do the same thing that we did before. We're going to take Bluebeam stapler, and we're going to staple this together. We're going to add fouls, general rebar questions, and we're going to put in the rebar RFI, and we're going to staple that together. Hopefully it goes a lot quicker this time. And it looks like it is. So while this is kind of doing its thing, okay, so there, good. There's our RFI, pretty straightforward, everything's together, it looks good. So we'll go ahead and close that. Go ahead and close this. I never save it. We're going to go back to our Google Drive where we save our logs. Or if you have the link, you just open the link. Probably the best thing to do is create a shortcut, or a bookmark is your favorite. It's probably the best thing to do. But let's just, since we don't have these bookmarked yet, we'll go to the drive and we'll open it. And essentially we will make this, I'm going to update the log.
You guys don't put the RFI number
004.
on the template or anything? Like if it's 004 on there, shouldn't it? 004 on
I think it says it, right? Or did I mess it up?
here. No, it says RFI number at the top. The first line item on the right.
Let's double check.
You just open up Bluebeam. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I think we're good here. We can open it in Bluebeam. The only thing that I would... Again, the only good idea that I like... I'm a big... Like I said, I'm a big fan of the headers, just so stuff doesn't get lost. RFI 004, and it just looks nice, in my opinion. General rebar questions. Don't have to do it, but it just looks nice. Okay, that's that. And then another neat nifty trick with Bluebeam, if you reduce the file size. This one doesn't really do anything. Reduce it 10%, so whatever, we'll do it. But I always like to compress this stuff, just it's easier to email, easier for people to get into, all that kind of stuff. So we'll close that, go back to our log, and the date of the request is 1/7/15. We're going to put general rebar questions, and the RFI originated from Guy Yocom Construction. And affected subs are Guy Yocom. Sub RFI, it was their second. I don't know what happened to their first, but whatever. And then it's going to be due 1/14. And then I just copy this and paste that, and then it calculates how many days that
Past due is.
Yeah, it's due in or past due. And then when you get the answer back, you can just, put the date that it came through, and then you just delete out the response due in. And then again, we'll copy this link, because when we send it off to John Heineman, Katie, we'll send it to Samantha, we'll send it to Derek, we will send it to, Paul, we'll send it to Bill Lay. I always like to copy them just so they
Who's
can
Bill?
He's the project manager for Yocom.
Okay.
And then we'll put HBH RFI 004 general rebar questions. John and Katie, please see attached RFI 004 in regards to general rebar questions. For the updated log, please visit. This RFI will be due on 14, 16. And then I always give them the little
Notification.
follow up, add reminder, and it's also a reminder for you if you don't have it back to like, hey, oh, I better follow up on that. Because I've had submittals go to like limbo land, and then you never get them back. RFI response due. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I thought I had that, and I didn't. So that's that.
When you get a
Send it.
response, do you send it out to like all the subs? What?
Well, you need to send it out to the subs that essentially, that you know,
If I
have
create-
something to affect that could potentially be affected. I would rather be more, I guess the word, I don't know if liberal or conservative is the right word, but I would rather be safer and send it to more people
Correct.
rather than less people.
So if I created like an RFI distribution list or a sub distribution
Yeah.
list,
Yeah,
and they all got it, they can complain, but they're gonna get it.
right. Yeah, that they can go through and check it out. So submitted. So essentially I just make a little folder, throw it in there, that it's been submitted on this date, and then I take it and I put the version in there, and then that is that's an RFI.
And then when you get a response, send it out to whoever, whatever. Print a copy, put it in the trailer for the people.
Yeah.
If you need slip sheets, drawing revision, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, when I get it back, yes, you want to. I mean, our ultimate goal is we want to. The engineer will have a binder full of the RFIs so people can look it up. You want to make sure the drawings are posted with the RFI, or drawing or spec or submittal or whatever is posted with the answer in hard copy. Ultimately, I would like to see a digital file kept as well, like on, and then you could use. There's different strategies which we can get into, but it would be nice to have a digital file that's up. You can upload as well, and then obviously send it out to the team, and log it in. Oh, and the only other thing I probably should have mentioned, we didn't copy on the distributions, but you should do, send them to the owners as well. I forgot about that. Just so they're in the loop. Okay, and that's an RFI real quick.